And nigga, be real to yourself before you real with anybody else. You too. What's the big old deal? What's the big old deal? We back cracking with another one. Hey, catch it though, man. It is not looking good, man. It's not looking good. Not looking good. They are people that's going to testify on the behalf of RW. Um, Hold on, give me 1 second, guy. Give me 1 second. Hold on, man. Let me do this real fast before we get into this, man. Man, going down this rabbit hole, man. I actually look at this like, man, it's no way he gonna come on top of this, man. You know, he's gonna be in there for a while. He even fighting his case. You know what I'm saying? He is 59 years old. Uh at that court hearing, you know, we seen Big U as a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Listening to it, I heard Big U, you know, speak to the judge. Yes, sir. No, sir. And you know, I was like, you know, at the same time, I'm like, dang, you know, like as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All that's out. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, you know, chest out, chin up, whatever I gotta go through, whatever I gotta go through as a man. But with RW, matter of fact, let's get into this reaction and then we go double back and we go talk about the timestamps of, you know, when RW went missing and his phone going off and shit. It just don't look good, bro. I'm just looking at everything. I'm like, you made some mistakes, homie. You made some mistakes. I do think you know he can beat it. You know what I'm saying? But if you have somebody who's testifying on that situation, we never gonna see him again. So with that being said, let's get into this reaction. As a matter of fact, let's go to the court hearing real fast. Hold up. Shout out to the people coming through, man. You know we finna fall in, man. We finna really thumb through it too, man. All right, which one is it? Which one is it? All right. So we got back here. If you understand. All right. Make sure we all up in here. Let me put my comments. Moderators, what up? What up, though? All right, so let's get it.
I'm ready. Great. This afternoon, the alleged leader of the Rolling 60s Crips gang made his first appearance in federal court. In fact, we just got this sketch in from the courtroom. The judge ordered Eugene Henley Jr. to remain in federal custody at least until his detention hearing, which is now scheduled for March 31st. Henley turned himself in to federal agents yesterday. Investigators also looking into his charity and how he used donations and grant money. NBC4's Alex Rozier joins us live with reaction. You will see for the first time only on 4. Alex.
Colin, Eugene Henley Jr.'s charity received millions of dollars in grant money from the city's GRID program. That's the Gang Reduction and Youth Development Program. But the feds say his charity was a front for his criminal enterprise. So today we're hearing reaction from other grant recipients who reacted to this news. Eugene Henley Jr., known as Big U, is well known in the community.
This season 2 and checking in.
On his podcast seen here on YouTube, he's been joined by celebrities like Nick Cannon.
I grew up in the church.
And Snoop Dogg.
The big homie. Yes, sir.
But Big U is also known for his nonprofit, Developing Options, that works to reduce gang violence.
They do tremendous work with youth, particularly around sports and gang intervention.
Dr. Robert Sacedo runs Community Build, another organization that works on gang reduction, and he knows Big U. Your experience with Big U has been positive.
Oh, absolutely positive.
And that's why he was stunned to learn of his arrest. The feds say Big U ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper.
I was shocked to hear, but we're always shocked when we hear the initial news. And that's why I always tell people, hey, let's not rush to judgment.
The feds also said Henley Jr.'s charity was a front for his criminal enterprise.
Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes.
Court papers said Developing Options has received millions in grant money from the City of LA's Gang Reduction and Youth Prevention Program, known as GRID. Dr. Sasato's nonprofit is also a GRID grant recipient, and even after the arrest, he's a big believer in the program.
The GRID intervention and prevention employees across the spectrum of GRID agencies are really the silent heroes you don't know anything about or hear about. Several years ago, when murders in Los Angeles were at a high of 1,200 per year, that number's come down to, I think, just over a couple of hundred per year. And that's the direct result of us doing the type of work we do.
Not only does Dr. Sasato believe in the program, he still speaks highly of Big U's charity.
I am aware of the great work that they've done in their section of town.
But Developing Options leader is now in custody, facing the possibility of decades behind bars.
We just need to let the process take its place and see where it lands.
And as we mentioned, Henley appeared in federal court this afternoon and will remain in federal custody until at least his detention hearing scheduled for the end of the month. If convicted of these racketeering charges, he faces the possibility of 20 years.
So we looking at Big U looking at 20 years. Now everybody's saying, oh, he supposed to be nice to a judge. What I'm saying is this. It ain't no yes, sir. You don't got to serve no judge. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We give them that power. We show them, that they're more superior than us, homie. It just don't look right. So let's get into the breakdown of this paperwork. Shout out to my boy Steady Nash. He breaks down some of the discovery, but we got some more, details on how it could possibly play out. So with that being said, let's get into this paperwork. Let's go.
Henley, who invited Victim 1 to Henley's home. According to Victim 1, when Victim 1 arrived at Henley's Arlington premises, Robinson, Williams, and other robbers were there, as were the proceeds of the robbery. Inside, Henley told Victim 1, "That's how you rob yourself." Henley then demanded $10,000 from Victim 1 to ensure other robberies did not occur. Henley also directed Victim 1 to identify other businesses or dispensaries that could be similarly robbed and assured Victim 1 that the Big U enterprise would compensate him for identifying any robberies. Henley then provided a portion of the robbery proceeds back to Victim 1. Williams later admitted to this robbery and aftermath on a No Jumper podcast, after stating that Williams was Henley's right-hand man. Williams explained, so basically he'll manipulate things.
All right, so Williams, he's talking about loose cannon. He's talking about loose cannon. Now, loose cannon, loose cannon got action. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He got action. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta look at Big U Enterprise. That's where they hitting him with the RICO case at. Now, there's people that's gonna testify against Big U. Brick Baby Zaire is probably, y'all gonna see him become the new Lil Woody, like in the Young Thug case. I believe Loose Cannon is actually go keep his mouth shut. Loose Cannon go do what he got to do to come home. He actually, I talked to him. Yes, when I talked to Loose Cannon, I talked to him yesterday. He got bail. Armani is out of jail. I think Tiffany Haynes is out of jail. So a couple people is out on bail, with the federal ankle monitors, so they don't go nowhere. But Brick Baby is all the way cooked. At this point, he gonna do what he got to do to come home to his daughter and his wife. He's gonna suffer, a massive amount of humiliation. He's definitely gonna be on that stand talking. You see what I'm saying? They got him on the wire, y'all. They got him on the wire. They got him. You see what I'm saying? And the time that he got, he can't afford to do that time. But a lot of people out here committing crimes, tell me to ball out for a summer. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to do 10 to 15 years. And then when you playing with them feds, man, they want majority of their time. You're not finna beat this. So pay attention to this. This paperwork is so serious, homie. But y'all go learn a lot about it. Let's get it.
We'll go and do something, and then the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later as we trying to count everything. And we be like, how the F? Williams then said that Henley would state, well, we're just going to give like $40,000 back. Whack 100, who is a rival counterpart of Henley's for the Bloods, was also on the podcast.
So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, oh well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cause it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real policing, the nigga get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm his right hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? And then like one day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was gonna make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course.
Truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror. I know why you did it.
That clip that I showed y'all right there, that V for Vendetta clip, is the perfect clip. And I'm going to reveal why in a moment. If you want the full indictment, I'll pin it in the comments for you to listen to. It's definitely worth the read. But let's get into it.
Over 80% of Doctors Without Borders staff are from the countries they work in because local residents.
I only want to highlight a couple of things, all right? Because this is not a rolling.
All right, so wait, real fast. So y'all got to understand, where did Loose Cannon and Big U fall out at? See, what happened was Big U was having Loose Cannon, play ball. You know what I'm saying? And by him playing ball, he was excelling. He thought he was probably going to just do it one time, but he seen how good Loose Cannon was with the full court press on playing ball that he ended up using him as a power force. Guapo was being exchanged until a time where X amount of money was involved and cut Loose Cannon out the deal. And that's where it all hit the fan. And then he go back and look at, damn, nigga, I was smashing for you. I was a track star. I was running for you. Put me in the game. Pass the ball, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need? Hey, nephew, go get that nigga, man. Man, put him in a dookie bag. Yeah, nigga, all that shit. Wheelchairs, all that shit, nigga. And it was good. Allegedly, and he was like, hold on, nigga. Where my whoop wop at? And what's coming? Guy cut him off. So he felt played. Like, oh no, nigga, that's what you doing? And why would you cut somebody off who got all the whoop on you? Like you use him to play ball and then you cut him off. Man, that's to me, that is crazy. You don't cut somebody off who got all of that on you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You finito. You vamanos them forever. You don't just still let him walk around if you go do that, because he become everybody's not scared of the name. So that's where the fallout between B and L, you know what I'm saying? With B, you did that dude dirty. You got down on the dude who went and got down on everybody else, brought you back everything, and then you get down on him, cut him out the play, leave him high and dry, and he got people to what to. Not a smart play. And that's where it started falling out. Now, when we seeing him talk this on camera, because at the end of the day, this is all what they said. This is all on there. I just don't feel right talking about like that, man. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But y'all got to understand something. If you don't feed a dog, it's going to turn on you. You understand what I'm saying? You stop feeding the dog, and the dog turned on you. And now you in a messed up bond because you expect this dog to still be loyal to you, and you've been letting that dog starve. Nah, that dog is going to find a way to get some food and back up away from you and get himself out that gate so he don't have to deal with you and leave everything behind. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you look at the disconnect between the big guy and the little guy, and the dog, he ready to fight the owner now. You see what I'm saying? Let's go.
60s RICO. This is a big U RICO. And they highlighted to make the difference right here. I want to show y'all real quick. Right here. Okay. It says CW1 also said Henley led a money-making gang that was distinct from the Rolling 60s. So understand, when you say it's distinct, that means there's a difference. That makes the whole Rolling 60 part, null and void. Now, check this out. CW1 has a criminal history that includes convictions for possession for sales of narcotics in 2003 and 2009 in violation of California Health and Safety Code sections. So whomever that person is, understand, that's a dirty individual. So it says in violation of whatever, respectively, as well as shooting into an inhabited dwelling in 2003, in violation of California Penal Code section, CW received cooperation credit from a Central District of California at sentencing and prior drug conspiracy case alleging a violation of Title 21 United States Code section 846. However, former President Biden commuted CW1 sentence for that offense. So as you can see, even in parts of this, it says CW1 believed the fees that Henley collected were extortion, which means that he has to prove that. There's no saying or no telling if these cats reached out, but there you go.
So CW1 is one of the people who got pardoned by Biden. So who, I don't want to say that, but who within the last couple of years just came home from prison that got pardoned by Biden that's from over there in that section? You know what I'm saying? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but that is the cooperating witness that's probably going to test the eye. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to realize it's already, look, right now what we know is that it's already people getting down on Big U. It's a couple people getting down on them. They already took their proffer agreements. It's a couple people that's already out. Listen to what I'm saying. Nah, man, y'all, this person is from Rolling 60s. Whoever this person is from Rolling 60s, and he actually is cooperating with them. You see what I'm saying? And this person got out of jail, and he got pardoned by Biden. So there you go.
As we go further into this, I want you guys to understand something. The beginning of the video and why I said it, you're going to understand furthermore. So we're going to scroll through right here. Stop right here. Henry indicated that Developing Options was a platform he used to help individuals to get to college instead of going to jail. Many other publicly available recordings online show Henley describing the structure of Developing Options, how it is funded, and what it claims to do for the community. Since approximately 2015, Developing Options have been a recipient of an annual $550,000 as part of the GRID program overseen by the city of Los Angeles from July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2023. Developing Options was allotted $2,352,000 from the city of Los Angeles. From that, Henley has drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars purportedly in salary. So with all the stuff that's going on, I want to really get into the crux of it all, right? We're not going to go into the investigation of the kid who allegedly was killed by Big U. It definitely looks really, really bad. I ain't gonna lie. When I spoke yesterday, I had not read the full entire document, all right? So we could go through it real quick. On January 24, 2021, the night of the murder, at approximately 7:04 p.m., Henley arrived at the studio. According to witnesses, at approximately 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., RW arrived at the studio and recorded a song from approximately 11 p.m. until midnight. On January 25, 2021, at approximately 12:37 a.m., Henley left the studio in a dark gray Lexus in which he and Robinson had driven to the studio.
All right, so y'all pay attention. This is where it get crazy, because now they looking at timestamps at this point, right? This is why I say, homie, the game is 60% mental, 40% physical. Sometimes you gotta understand, being just a tough nigga don't mean that you You got it all. You got to be smart. So they look at the timestamps of the time they got him arriving to the studio, right? This is Big U in a green, hold on, I think a green Lexus. Let's go.
Approximately 11 p.m. until midnight on January 25th, 2021. At approximately 12:37 a.m., Henley left the studio in a dark gray Lexus in which he and Robinson had driven to the studio, was no longer at the studio. At approximately 12:58 a.m., Henley's phones stopped reporting location data of any kind, with the last data recorded within the vicinity of the studio. At approximately 1:13 a.m., surveillance footage at the Airbnb again revealed a dark gray or silver sedan arriving to the Airbnb. RW exited the passenger side of the vehicle and entered the Airbnb. A few minutes later, at approximately 1:20 a.m., RW exited the Airbnb with a suitcase, put the suitcase in the trunk, and got in a dark gray silver sedan, which departed. The Airbnb, though, was rented for another day, and RW was not set to leave until a flight scheduled the following day. Both of Henley's phones did not begin reporting location data again until approximately 2:15 a.m. Based on investigative test drives and research, the drive from the studio to the Airbnb would take roughly 17 minutes. After Henley's phone stopped reporting location data when they left the vicinity of the studio, the dark sedan arrived with RW at the Airbnb 15 minutes later, which is consistent with traffic patterns after midnight. The drive from the Airbnb to the location where RW's body was found and then the location to where Henley's phones began reporting again would take roughly 42 minutes. The time from when RW left the Airbnb to when Henley's phones began reporting again is 48 minutes, approximately.
So y'all understand the inconsistency in his phone. You see what I'm saying? That phone that he got, see, that's how they track us by them cell phones. They go look at the timestamps from when the phone is on, when it's cut off. They go ping it from these cell phone towers. So they got Big U at the studio with RW. They got Big U at the Airbnb with RW. RW wasn't set to leave the Airbnb until the following day. You see what I'm saying? Let's run that back for those that don't really pick it up.
Really, really bad. I ain't gonna lie. When I spoke yesterday, I had not read the full entire document. All right. So we could go through it real quick. On January 24, 2021, the night of the murder, at approximately 7:04 p.m., Henley arrived at the studio, according to witnesses, at approximately 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. RW arrived at the studio and recorded a song from approximately 11 p.m. until midnight. On January 25, 2021, at approximately 12:37 a.m., Henley left the studio in a dark gray Lexus in which he and Robinson had driven to the studio, was no longer at the studio. At approximately 12:58 a.m., Henley's phones stopped reporting location data of.
Hey, look. All right, so look. Let's look at this. At 12 a.m., Big U phone stopped reporting data. You see what I'm saying? So that means what? That means Big U cut his phone off at 12, right? This is why I say the error. And see, me, I think like a mastermind criminal. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna be some sucker. Oh, Nina Boy sound like a detective. No, I'm putting myself in a situation as if, God damn, if I was in that situation, never look. First of all, I wouldn't have never had my phone on me. Never had my phone on me. You know what I'm saying? And then you cut off your phone. So now they can't track cell phone data, right? You in the car with RW and your phone is off. All right, the phone could have died. You got that. Now watch this.
Any kind, with the last data recorded within the vicinity of the studio. At approximately 1:13 a.m., surveillance footage at the Airbnb again revealed a dark gray or silver sedan arriving to the Airbnb. RW exited the passenger side of the vehicle and entered the Airbnb. A few minutes later, at approximately 1:20 a.m., RW exited the Airbnb with a suitcase, put the suitcase in the trunk, and got in a dark gray silver sedan, which departed. The Airbnb, though, was rented for another day, and RW was not set to leave until a flight scheduled the following day. Both of Henley's phones did not begin reporting location data again until approximately 2:15 a.m.
You see what I'm saying? Think about that. At 12 a.m. in the morning, the cell phone was off, right? The cell phone was off from 12, right? And then the phone got cut on at hold on, let me double back to make sure that time. I believe he said 2 a.m.
Put the suitcase in the trunk and got in a dark gray silver sedan, which departed. The Airbnb, though, was rented for another day, and RW was not set to leave until a flight scheduled the following day. Both of Henley's phones did not begin reporting location data again until approximately 2:15 a.m.
So he cut the phone back on at 2:15. So from 12 to 2:15.
Based on investigative test drives and research, the drive from the studio to the Airbnb would take roughly 17 minutes. After Henley's phone stopped reporting location data when they left the vicinity of the studio, the dark sedan arrived with RW at the Airbnb 15 minutes later, which is consistent with traffic patterns after midnight. The drive from the Airbnb to the location where RW's body was found and then the location to where Henley's phones began reporting again would take roughly 42 minutes.
Bam! That's the inconsistency, right? That's the inconsistency right there. Look, bro, you cut your phone off, right? Soon as you get with RW, right? 2-3 hours go by. Boom. RW already in the car with his suitcase. You don't cut your phone back on to 2, and then you cut your phone back on within the vicinity of where the dead body was found. That's gonna be kind of hard, bro. So I'm speaking like a hood. Look, if you ever in this situation, homie, put your mind together. Stop thinking about a detective. Put yourself in his shoes. Where did he go wrong? Where's the inconsistency at? First of all, you should have never had your cell phone on you. You see what I'm saying? And then the phone, when you cut it off, they're gonna ask you certain type of questions. Why did you cut your phone off? And then why did you cut your phone on? And then why did you cut your phone on not too far from where the body was found? That's why they gonna be looking at this shit, homie. I'm thinking like, if I'm in this situation, how would I respond? How would I react? And right now, they cooking. Nigga, they cooking, boy. Because we know these are trained detectives. We know these people, they went to school for psychology and all of this. They're gonna grill him down. They're gonna grill him all the way down. Now, this happened 4 or 5 years ago. So the average person is not gonna remember verbatim what took place at the time, the crime, and all of this crazy shit. But where he fucked up at is that he cut that cell phone off for a couple hours and then cut the cell phone not too far away from where the body was found. To me, that's gonna ring an alert, cuz. Like that's how I'm looking at this shit, bro. It just don't look good, cuz. Let's go.
The time from when RW left the Airbnb to when Henley's phones began reporting again is 48 minutes, approximate time for the drive, murder, and moving the body, particularly in the middle of the night without traffic. When Henley's phones then made a call to Robinson, who witness 1 reported was still at the studio, which is corroborated in Robinson's phone location data. According to witness 1, Robinson asked witness 1 if he had seen Henley, which witness 1 found odd since Robinson was Henley's driver and bodyguard. At approximately 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m., Henley returned to the studio along in a dark gray Lexus and spoke to witness 1, who reported that Henley appeared to be drenched in either sweat or water. Because, understand, Las Vegas is in the middle of a desert.
We've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something, you better believe it's happening.
All right, so yeah, man. So where I'm at with this, I'm like, Big, you got to get a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't too many hood niggas that can really comprehend what I'm saying, man. If nigga don't comprehend what I'm saying, you just a bird brain, bro. Like, you just dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, some of you niggas is just crash dummies. You can't comprehend. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a rocket science to see error in this motherfucker. So, he's back at the studio. At this point, RW is not even in the car. He's not even in the car. And you go back to the studio. I hope the best for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it like this, cuz I really hope the best for him, because at the end of the day, man, it just don't look good. It don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Henley told witness 1 that he was coming back from the gym, which is kind of weird that he would even, ask him, like, bro, why are you sweating? RW's body was found hours later at approximately 9 a.m. when one of the NLVPD detectives investigating the murder believed RW died at that location near the side of the road on I-15 after he observed the roadway contained with distinct patch of blood, which trailed down from the hill, from the roadway into the desert, along with the drag marks. Henley's phone location data shows that he departed Las Vegas to return to Los Angeles at approximately 10 a.m. Evidence from the scene. Officers and medical professionals responded to the scene of RW's murder, and subsequent autopsy found that RW died from multiple gunshot wounds. The responders noted that RW was not dressed for the weather. which was cold and inclement on the night of the murder. DNA was collected from RW's ankle sock area. And when I say that, the desert, if y'all haven't been to Las Vegas, right? When the night falls and you go into that desert, bruh, depending on the night, it is cold as hell or it was hot as hell. So in December out there, yeah, DNA was collected from RW's ankle/sock area, consistent with the direction that RW was dragged into the desert of the highway. The DNA profile obtained was not complete, likely due to the aforementioned inclement weather on the night of the murder. Analysis of Henley's DNA profile was inconclusive, such that he could not be excluded as the contributor of the DNA. Robinson, on the other hand, was excluded as a potential contributor of the DNA found on RW. So there's that. But here's where it gets crazy, scary, spooky. Henley arranges for recording equipment from studio to be removed and surveillance video to be destroyed. I'm not going to get into all of that. That right there, as far as how they set it up, is insane. Because even this little conversation right here, it say, Henley, where you at? DS, at the house, ready to jump in the shower? What you on? Henley, I need to pull up on you. DS, all right, I'm right here at the house. Henley, all right, I got to pull up on you. And DS, how long you going to be? Henley, you ain't about to go nowhere, are you? DS, nah, I'm Henley, okay. DS, I'll jump in the water though. Just be ready though. Henley, okay. DS, all right, for sure. And then you have a conversation between Big U and his wife. But I want to get down to the part right here where I don't want to say he basically is screwed, but it's going to be hard to basically beat this right here. And I'm only going to skim through it because there's a lie that's being told through through the internet about people checking in and being extorted and all this crap. Now, if you want to believe that, and I can't convince you any otherwise, don't matter about this part. Like, really don't care. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm not here to protect anybody. I ain't involved in none of this stuff. So I ain't dodging on RICO and all this crap. Once again, this is not a rolling 60s indictment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all of this stuff real quick. And I'll make it quick. Henley, we're just going to say from Henley, we're just going to say Big U, all right? And I'm not going to go through exactly what happened, but basically, I'm going to tell you how it all pans out. A person makes a donation to Options for Youth into their bank account, and Big U takes that money and then transfer it to his own bank account. So, yeah, and I'll get into.
Come on, let's get into that, man. Let's get into that, man. Somebody takes a donation, makes a donation. We've seen the donations. This is all public information. $20,000. $20,000. I believe he takes out like $14,000 from the $20,000 donation. Sir, that is embezzlement. That's not a smart play. You may as well go purchase some things with. Think about it. If I needed the cash from that donation, I would go buy something expensive with the money from the donation and then return it. You see what I'm saying? And have them return it to a Chimes card, a Cash App card. I would not take the money from the donation and then transfer it to my personal bank account. The IRS will keep a track on it. What prime example? Let me ask y'all something. What is the minimum amount of money you can transfer or wire or even purchase anything without the IRS being alert? I believe it's $9,000. You see what I'm saying? It's $9,000. This is why I say y'all got to start thinking, homie. Start thinking, because $14,000 from a donation, you think nobody going? It's they gonna pick that up. That's a flag on the play. 10,000 is 9,000. 10,000 is probably the minimum. You can probably pull 10, but the eyes is gonna be looking. Wait, this is $10,000. So $9 grand, $8 grand, 7,500 is the best way you want to play that, homie. I don't care what they telling y'all. A lot of these dudes out here, man, they only thing they got is just muscle and no brains. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about Big U. I'm just talking about a lot of niggas. Like, this is not no smart play for no street dude to get out here, bro. You get these donations. Why not just go purchase a large item and utilize it and then return it within the 30 days so it could look good on paper, and then figure out a way to get that into a Chimes or a account that has nothing to do with your name. Never associate your name when you're trying to do some type of embezzlement. This is embezzlement, wire fraud. They got there's so many accounts. With these accounts alone, they could probably throw at least they look, man, they throwing 10, 15s at people all day long. They trying to get that man 20 to life. He's looking at life allegedly. So even if they get him on 10 to 15, he's 60. That's 70. Mate, come on, bro. This man, I hope y'all be smart. When we watching this and we learning through this, this should tell you how to move, how to play. And don't listen to you. Oh man, these niggas listen like a watch a nigga say, oh, that sound like detective. No, this is niggas reading real paperwork and knowing what charges is being brought against somebody and how not to do that shit. Because the average person will turn their ear away from this. They don't even want to hear this because it ain't me. But you never know. Being in the car with the wrong, what I tell y'all, sometimes you gotta watch the people you call your homies. Watch the people you call your friends, because the wrong homie can destroy your life. This right here, man, it's just not smart. This is not smart. This is not some of a smart man with this opportunity they had. Big, you had made 2.2 million. How many hood niggas do you know come home from prison, start a nonprofit organization, and is able to get a grant for 2.2 million? Come on, man, that's unprecedented, homie. That don't happen every day. So if you get that type of opportunity and I got 2.2 million, nigga, I need to get some of this 2.2 into my personal pocket. Watch how this is going down. Don't make the same mistake. Make sure y'all understand and comprehend that anytime you take money from a donation and put it into your personal bank account, that is embezzlement. They're going to get you on wire fraud all day long. We talking about hood dudes that's coming from these inner cities in the streets, homie. Half of them ain't been educated. They ain't went to college. They never studied. They're only looking at the money. Greed. This is the situation here. Greed. You understand what I'm saying? It was definitely a smarter way. He could have took some of that money, but instead, he played the way he played it. I just think it ain't smart, and I'm calling it how I see it. Let's get it.
To it further as to what actually it seems like happened, in my opinion, and I think that's the best thing going on. So Henley embezzles $20,000 from a donation. All right. So, mind you, these are donations. These are not payments to Big U directly, because they could have made the payments to Big U directly.
Right.
We got to understand that part, all right? If it was on some type of extortion stuff and all that and everything like that, if Big U was smart, with no disrespect in how I say this, bro, all you should have had to do was literally just increase your salary. That would have been the way to do it. The real CEOs of all these companies.
Wait a minute.
So,
wait a minute. Say it again, nigga. Say it again. Look, oh my God, I swear to God, I was like, why would you just not give yourself a raise? Why not give yourself a raise, bro? This makes absolutely no sense. I promise y'all, I'm not the toughest nigga out there, but I'm smart enough to know that if this is how I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna add myself a raise. Or I'm going to go purchase large items, use it for 30 days because you get a 30-day return, let it be known publicly. I can even purchase a car, do insurance fraud on it, get the money back. It's so many ways he could have handled this. He did not have to do it like that. That is not, listen, somebody, if you start a LLC, you start a nonprofit, right? A 501 or whatever, right? It is not your money. It is not your money. You use that money for the corporation or the organization that you in. You see what I'm saying? It's certain type of, you got your hood businessman, you know what I'm saying, that's with the business. Then you got your businessman that's just, they with the business and they want to do the business, but they don't really follow through with comprehending all of the business mindsets you have to have. You have to think. You cannot just act irrational, homie. Can't operate off of emotion. You can't move off of greed. You see what I'm saying? First time you said, damn, I just took this little 10,000. Oh, ain't nobody checking for it. All right, I'm gonna do it again. All right, next time it's gonna be 15,000. Ain't nobody checking. Oh shit, I can do this all day and not cover your ass is not the smartest play. So that's why I'm saying, homie, listen. This right here, he could have easily. He on the board. He put the people in board of the organization. Hey, y'all, I need to give myself a salary. I'm finna be more hands-on, full-time in. I'm gonna go up a couple thousand. Y'all cool with that? All right, cool. Let me take out a loan on this so I can start purchasing vehicles to get these kids somewhere else. I already got a vehicle for my boy and take the money. It could have been easily done. Man, this is not smart. A lot of y'all thinking because, yeah, that's Big U. All right, cool, respect, all that. But when it comes down to not making smart decisions, homie, I don't care who watching this. This is not the smartest thing to do. You will have to actually be having greed. You know what I'm saying? The love of, see, guns don't kill people. A gun has never picked up itself and killed anybody. People kill people. And most of the time, people kill people over money, greed, emotion, women, and that's how this play out, bro. Like, he knew, man, this is crazy. I don't know who was on his advisory board, but you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a nigga would have told him, like, hey, yo, bro, hey, clear that up. This looks suspect. Let's go.
Extortion stuff and all that and everything like that. If Big U was smart, with no disrespect in how I say this, bro, all you should have had to do was literally just increase your salary. That would have been the way to do it. The real CEOs of all these companies that really steal from their companies do this all the time. So Big U embezzles $20,000 from a donation from a current NBA All-Star to developing options. That's Draymond Green. Henley embezzles.
Another smart nigga, I swear to God. Hey, Seti Nash, cuz. Hey, I fuck with how you think, bro. I swear to God, I rock with how you think. Because you know why? It's people like me and you, we go outlive a lot of these niggas. A lot of these niggas just go live for a couple more summers and they're going to be vominos because they don't think with their head. Let's go.
$14,000 from a donation from donor 2, developing options. All right. So we already got him on 2 counts. Henley embezzles $15,000 from a donation. So that right there is another one. You'll see the pattern that's happening. Then we go on down. Henley embezzles $10,000 from a donation from donor 4 to developing options. Crazy times, ain't it? Then we go even further. $19,000 from a donor for developing options.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way, Doug.
I'm on my way.
All right, so let me just say this, bro. You stole that money, bro. You stole that money, cuz. You stole that from your community. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I get it. It's his organization. He put it together. He might need the money, but you stole it from the actual root of what it was intended for. Everybody, oh man, look, I don't care how you cut that. That's a thief. In my eyes, that's a thief. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging him in a court of law. In the streets, bro, that's a thief, bro. That's a nonprofit organization for gang intervention for the youth. You know what I'm saying? This is not the government contracts. These are donations. These are from celebrities who donated to your organization. So if they donated it to your organization, then it's intended for your organization. That money was not for you. That was for them kids, for the football team. So them little kids that, maybe if you are, say hypothetically, think about it, bro. I don't care what a nigga say to me, homie. That's a thief, bro. That's a thief, homie. I don't care what your status is in life, none of that shit. That's a thief, But, at the end of the day, if that's what it is, cuz, and they got him on that, bro, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be all right. He can do his little time. That's better than life. But damn, just to see this, and this is clear as day. This is paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Donations, embezzlement. This is embezzlement right here. And they got you on the wire with the transfer. That's crazy.
Hold on, right here. Henley embezzles $36,400 from a donation from a donor again for developing options. That's already 6 counts of the stuff. 7 right here. Henley embezzles $32,500 from developing options, which basically boils to almost $150,000. If y'all was wondering why I was slowing it down, because I was writing the calculator as well.
That's already $100,000. Easy. Multiple counts. Yeah, man.
And we're going to stop right there because I got a lot more to say. Then we go even. So Yeah, and I'll get into it further as to what actually it seems like happened, in my opinion, and I think that's the best thing going on. So Henley embezzles $20,000 from a donation. All right. So, mind you, these are donations. These are not payments to Big U directly because they could have made the payments to Big U directly. We got to understand that part. All right. If it was also
right, right. Look, catch this, right? Think about it. Only way, all right. So let's look at it like this. At this point, he's gonna have to have his lawyers get these celebrities to come and say, "Hey, you know what? Hey, I gave it for Big U, and you know, he told me now just write it for the donation. I mean, for the organization. That way, if he can get these people to say, you know, it was for him, but he was kind enough to do it for the organization, and then he needed money from it, then I can see how he wiggled through that. It's debatable. It's debatable, especially because it's a donation. And this is where it would be a problem. Now, if they wrote these donation taxes for this organization and they filed on their taxes that they're donating this money for this organization, then they can't go to court because they get in trouble. Now, they never filed on it. Well, most celebrities that's putting $30,000, $40,000, you have to actually, you know, claim that on your taxes. All right, I see what y'all saying. Because I was trying to figure out, is there a loophole where he can say, you know, hey, Shaq, I need you to come to the court date and testify and say that money that you sent, nigga, I need you to say it was for me. But these dudes, they're not just giving you, think about it, they're not just giving you no money and not filing this on their taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't think Big U thought it through. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think it all the way through. This was not a smart play. It's a lot of inconsistency with it, but they got him dead bang on these multiple counts of wire transfer. You know what I'm saying? And embezzlement. There's no way you can hide or deny that. Let's go.
Type of extortion stuff and all that and everything like that. If Big U was smart, with no disrespect in how I say this, bro, all you should have had to do was literally just increase your salary. That would have been the way to do it. The real CEOs of all these companies that really steal from their companies do this all the time. So Big U embezzles $20,000 from a donation from a current NBA All-Star to developing options. That's Draymond Green. Henley embezzles $14,000 from a donation from donor 2, developing options. All right. So we already got him on 2 counts. Henley embezzles $15,000 from a donation. So that right there is another one. You'll see the pattern that's happening. Then we go on down. Henley embezzles $10,000 from a donation from donor 4 to developing options. Crazy times, ain't it? Then we go even further. $19,000 from a donor for developing options. Hold on, right here. Henley embezzles $36,400 from a donation from a donor again for developing options. That's already 6 counts of the stuff. 7 right here. Henley embezzles.
Not to mention, we're not even on the PPP loans. This have nothing to do with, these are specifically donations. This have nothing to do with the people. We ain't even got to the PPP loans yet.
$32,500 from developing options, which basically boils to almost $150,000. If y'all was wondering why I was slowing it down, because I was writing it in the calculator as well. And we're going to stop right there because I got a lot more to say.
Let's clear a couple of rumors, all right? Let's clear a couple of rumors. There's certain things I can't say because it popped up in the paperwork, but it's not anything that they're saying as far as alleging. CW1 is not Charleston White. And basically said that Charleston White would have had to have used Joe Biden pardon from being in California prison. Not even Biden's pardon, but a law that he had changed. So no, that ain't accurate at all. Number 2, Christopher Lovejoy is not in that paperwork anywhere. So there's that. And if you hear the stories to discredit Christopher Lovejoy, none of the stuff that they say that they use to discredit him is even used within this indictment. So I want y'all to understand that. Number 3, Whack 100's name is only brought up because of what Big U said. Now, mind you, I owe zero allegiance to any of these cats. I don't talk to them. I don't do any business with them or nothing like that. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get on here and lie. That's not my MO. If they were on here and there was something that was weird on their names, I definitely would do it. But that's not the case. At the end of the day, this is going to go down as one of the saddest things to happen. Is there a superseding indictment that can basically pop up way later on and go years on down the line and all this crap and everything like that? It could. But it seems as though how they're writing it, Big U was not content with what he was getting and doing. It talked about his reputation and him bragging about his reputation throughout the 80s and all of this stuff and everything like that. To be fair to everybody here, this is a Big U indictment, not a Rolling 60s indictment, a Big U indictment. I'm not going to go through names and all this crap and everything like that. But as far as the Rolling 60s go, they're only accused of running in a dispensary. The people who are, because it's not like the whole entire Rolling 60s ran through there, bro. It's damn near 2,000 cats from just LA alone that's within the gang. So 2,000 people ain't run up in no building for sure, because the building wouldn't be there. That ain't how it go down. But there are cats that they claim, and we don't even know, that they claim are Rolling 60 members and basically hit a dispensary. That's it. Other than that, it basically said cats popped up to Deja Vu to spend bread and buy the bar, basically, and all that stuff and everything like that. That's the whole Rolling 60s involvement within that indictment. When it boils down to it, man, the reason why I say this is going to be a sad story is because at the end of the day, Big U is the ultimate person here. They're alleging that you stole from the kids, bro. That you might have tugged on heartstrings. And when I said I'll explain it in the previous video with the words.
All right, so let's just say this, right? Now, how do y'all feel about that? Now, at the end of the day, ain't nobody bigger than the program, right? I hope Big U got good action to fight his case. But when we look at this, you know, what they got him against, this has been going on since 2020, homie. You see what I'm saying? They can prove that they're not playing around. This is not no whim that they're able to see what he embezzled from these donations. This is physical evidence that they're showing. Look, you took money from this donation, transferred it into your personal account several times, accumulated over $100,000, which was donations for the kids, homie, for the community that you service as a public service. How do y'all feel about that? So, you know, and we're seeing it. So you mean to tell me that you can't formulate your own opinion about that? Now, whatever they do in court, that's not our business. But just seeing the paperwork and seeing what they're charging, you know, he's innocent until proven guilty. I hope the best for him. But if it come out that you was stealing from the kids, bro, it's no way I'm gonna be like, yeah, I understand why you did it. I support that. It's no way, bro. It's somebody right now that's probably out there, that families that depend on that. Now, as far as that other shit, look, bro, I keep it Fendi with you, homie. He's innocent until proven guilty. But we're looking at what they're going to try in court. You see what I'm saying? This is the evidence and the facts that they have. We don't know his defense yet, right? Unless he proves that these celebrities can say, hey, I gave it to him to do what he wanted to do, and he wrote it for that, then whatever. You know, but at the same time, how it looks and how they're going to paint the picture is that you were stealing from the same community that you were servicing. That's how it looks, cuz I don't know how to paint this picture clear. I don't know how to not formulate an opinion. This is exactly what it is. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to pretend, oh, they're just lying on. Hey, that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is thousands of dollars that they can prove a wire transfer from the donations that was from the organization sent to your personal account. How do you explain that, bro? How do you explain that right there? How do we sit back and say, oh, no, man, Let it be some female or something else. Everybody, oh, you this, that, and the third. But when it comes to some money being stole, taken from some kids, it's fuck them little niggas, man. I don't know them little niggas. No, that ain't what it is, cuz we're just simply saying what we're reading and what people are comprehending. We can see how they're going to play this out. They're going to make him look like he used this organization to embezzle money under his organization and take from the kids from the same community. This is about to be one of the biggest situations that's coming out of there. You see what I'm saying? Because they all on him right now. They ain't even going after nobody else. They going specifically for him. And what that says is right there that those donations that were sent for the youth, for those kids, we're talking about kids, children in their sports leagues and their program. This ain't from the government contracts that was given for gang intervention. These are for the little football team, the Crenshaw Rams. You know what I'm saying? Those donations for equipment, travel to enter into different tournaments. That money was being taken and put into his personal account. That's gonna be that's gonna be hard to prove, man. And I hope you come on top because nobody want to believe this. But just seeing and reading, you will have to be a bird brain not to formulate an opinion on how they're going to play this out. They're going to make it seem like you've been stealing from the children. Let's go.
My theory on the NBA players and the NFL player and the business people was this. It is rare to see a black leader from gangs transition to helping out the streets so that there are options for the youth to become bigger and better and not become products of their environment. To see a person that is respected by all. Understand something. Big U had an air of respect.
Hey, look, man. See this type of shit right here? Hey, mods, when y'all see this type of shit, get them out of here. We don't play no shit like this. Anybody that even wish that on that man, you got a fucked up heart. I'm going to just tell you that now. Any man that would type this in the comments, your heart ain't right, bro. You got a fucked up heart. You playing, look, this man fighting for his life. Despite what we read and formulating our opinions, I wouldn't wish what you saying, be careful what you speak, bro. You bringing that type of shit into the universe, that's not no solid shit, bro. Get your heart right, bro. You got a fucked up heart. Get him up out of here, man. We don't want that energy over here. Let's go.
From the older cats to the younger cats. We're talking teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s. This is a very true thing. So when you're seeing this, it's sad because we're seeing community leaders put in positions allegedly and stealing from the exact community that they were there to help. Now, here's what happened. The dates in which the money was given and cleared, or some of them, it was like a month later that he took money and stuff. Big U 100% could have been paying out of his pocket. And they'd be, oh, no, don't say that, bro. You don't know. You don't either. I'm not going to use in like the same federal government that has been used to take down other California organizations that were meant for good, ergo the Black Panthers. When the peace treaty had kicked off in the 90s and the police basically got rid of the peace treaty and had a car, started busting and shooting cats and everything like that. The police ruined the peace treaty in the 90s. This is documented. The FBI put guns in the hoods basically for free and flooded it with psychotropic drugs. So the same tools they give you are the same tools they use to take you down. Is Big U guilty? I have zero idea, man. I ain't been around Big U physically or nothing like that since 2014.
You know, one of the gifts that I give my warriors is a book called The Miracle Morning, which talks about starting your day off right. It's Hal Elrod.
So whatever he's doing now, bruh, understand something. That's a whole different person than the person from 10 years ago, allegedly, according to this document. When you cats are throwing Nipsey Hussle name on in there, Nipsey Hussle is in the document only because of the reputation of Big U when they try to give Nipsey Hussle a DP in the paperwork, and Black Sam stepped in and was like, that's not going on. That's it. The murder of Nipsey Hussle did not involve Big U, because if it did, Don't y'all see what's going on? He would be gone right now. They're trying to get him on embezzlement. The same stuff that they tried to get the original Scarface out of Chicago with. Name freaking Al Capone. There we go. I was just saying the name escapes me, but Al Capone. That's what he went down for. Big U is doing tax evasion according to the documents. And if all of y'all talking about, bro, you're being very careful, very, very careful how you saying it. Isn't that always how it goes with me? In the beginning of YouTube, I would 100% go off with what everything is saying. But once we got to the YSL RICO and we started seeing how the officers didn't know anything, it seemed like they were just making it up. And a lot of these documents, if I'm Big U, I'm taking it to trial. He has no choice. But for anybody that's saying Big U is snitching, who is he going to tell them? This is the Big U indictment. So with all due respect, and I don't care how they take it, when Lovejoy and Wack, well, I don't call cuz Lovejoy, when 600 and Wack is saying Big U's a snitch and all this stuff and everything like that, no, Big U is braggadocious. That's what that is. So calling Big U a snitch, it's not proven and it's not shown in the paperwork, unless you want to say snitched on itself. Then that part right there, I can't really fight you on. You got my hands tied right there. But I do not agree with the notion that Big U told on cats. I ain't seen no paperwork that all of this stuff that happened is true. It all has to be proven within courts. Now, they said they got 50 people giving statements and stuff like that against Big U. That right there is bad. But I ain't gonna lie. The worst.
All right, so yeah, you got to be right, because when I checked this morning, right, I was looking. Yesterday, we was at 39 people. 39 people. 39. It's 50 people at this point. 50. You got to understand. By the end of the month, it's probably going to be 120 people. That's how big this is finna go. Let me just say something. This is why it's so bad for Big U. If Big U ever put his hands on anybody from the Rolling 60s, slapped them, beat them up, knocked them out, kicked them in his ass, if he did anything like that to anybody over there, right? Trust me, they're gonna and people no longer live over there in the Rolling 60s. They're probably 9 out of 10 is finna go say the most craziest, heinous, outlandish type of stuff about him and his reputation. Because you got to realize we're dealing with the sinner and a saint. You see what I'm saying? His projection is, a community activist, a public servant for the people, by the people. And then you got the people that's going to say, oh, he beat me up. He had me robbed. It's some celebrity that's in that document. It's so much. Like Marley Marl. Marley Marl is probably one of the people I assume is going to testify against Big U because of how he was beaten up and how he was robbed, the money. I think he's going to be the one that's going to snitch on him. That's just my opinion. Hey, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a hood nigga that pick up what people write down. I think he already had 4 people testifying against him, right? He's going to have to watch the same community that allegedly he was good to turn on him. Some people are going to turn on him. I don't know how to play this. I don't know why people want to act like in denial, like, oh man, that's Big U. Everybody know better not to talk him. It's going to be some people that's going to talk on that man. And it's not even the messed up part about this is that man got a family, homie. He got a family. He got a wife. He got a son. He got a daughter. He got grandbabies. That's going to tarnish the family name. You see what I'm saying? That family name is going to, you can't cash that name nowhere. At one point in time, part of Big U family bloodline, oh, that's the niece, the auntie, the cousin. You had some leeway in the streets. But with him behind bars, they have frozen all those accounts. Majority of his money was predicated off of his organization and donations and the salary that he paid himself. That's $1 million house that man lives in. That man lives in a multi-million-dollar house. All of that's over. You see what I'm saying? It's how you going to pay for that? That mortgage, I'm pretty sure that mortgage is not paid off. So, well, hopefully it is. But yes, they got a son in the NFL, and that's a blessing. And I hope he can carry on the family and do that and step up and be the man of the house of the family. But let's be mindful, man. He's still innocent until proven guilty. We're only putting out observation. You know what I'm saying? For those that can comprehend, and that's just it. And commentary. You know, ain't nobody trying to play no detectives. We're reading what's being brought against him, and it's telling us, damn, not to get in those type of situations, not to do that type of specific situation, and not to take from the same community that we're supposed to be helping. You got to understand something. They're going to paint this man to be a mafioso, enforcer, kingpin. They're going to hit him with all type. Not to mention that some of those people with the feds were doing a raid. They found methamphetamine. They found guns. They found drugs. They found money. All of this, they're going to be adding on to this. Don't think that it's just that. Right now, they haven't even really got to RW's murder. So, you know, just, you know, at the end of the day, man, we just call it how we see it. I hope the best for that dude. But at the same time, let me find out that it's facts that, you know, he was taken from the community, the same community that we were supposed to lift up and help, bro. I'm going to be very disappointed if I find out he was stealing from them kids. These are kids, homie. That's not cool. Let's go. And I'm not accusing him. I'm just saying I'll be disappointed. Let's go.
First thing Big U did was obstruct justice. And once again, like I said, and I'll play the video at the end, but man, there's certain things you're not supposed to say when you're getting yourself right and situated. There's certain things you're not supposed to do when you're getting yourself right and situated. And Big U definitely did not do anything. Like I said, I get 600's vendetta against Big U because when you accuse somebody of being a snitch in the streets, especially in LA, that can get you killed. Especially if you in these streets, people will kill you about snitching. It happens all the time. But this right here, bruh, this video 1,000,000% will be used against Big U, and I don't know why the hell he did it. But subscribe, turn that bell, stay notified, and share to keep your people aware. This video right here is probably the dumbest shit I've seen when turning yourself in, bruh.
Show of force, inbound 30 seconds.
Stand by!
I'm gone.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack. Whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you have something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men.
Man, this is crazy. This video should have not. This is crazy, bro. First of all, can't nobody get you in trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think this was the smartest video. They're going to use this in court. They're going to use the name dropping, all of that, man. Oh, bro, like that's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. They're going to, oh, man. And then, you know, at the end of the day, let's be honest, man. 600 didn't come with the police. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put paint where it ain't. Did he pull up to the house and see the police out there? Yeah. Did he broadcast this shit? Yeah. But gotta real something. Once this shit hit the internet, it becomes content. You see what I'm saying? Like shit, nigga, this, you know, Big, you've been doing content for years. He had his own show. He spoke on a lot of things as well, bro. Like it's one thing if you're look, if you're not on the internet and you don't have no content on the internet, and you don't want to be on the internet, don't let it get to the internet, because that's how this game go, man. This is not the same playbook people been going by back in the 80s. It's a whole new era. You know what I'm saying? It's this internet era. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, whether people like it or not, homie. But I'm gonna say this, Big U. I hope you fight your way through it. And shit, right now you're innocent. But if they get you on that embezzlement on donations and shit, bro, yeah, man, it's just disappointing, homie. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll be very disappointed to see that, we got a community leader that take from the kids, cuz that right there, it's a no-brainer. On that note, man, shout out to the 1,443 people pulled up. I got to get to the gym, and I'm going to see y'all on the next video. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hit the like button, and please leave a comment if you rock with me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Let's go.